Hey guys, welcome to On My Shelf. Today I'm talking about a great resource for writers who write or want to write series. Writing the Fiction Series, The Complete Guide for Novels and Novellas by Karen S. Weisner, is a book specifically about the techniques and best practices we should use when creating a fiction series. Trilogies, quartets, and series aren't really books that you can just begin and see where the story goes, because there are important methods to use when bouncing from book 1 to book 2 or book 12 to book 13. Weisner takes her readers through all the elements that keep readers reading an entire series. She outlines different kinds of series ties that you can have, like characters or groups of characters, location or setting, or plot. She highlights the importance of at least having a bare-bones structure in place for what the entire series will look like before you even release the first book in the series. Since I now have the first books of a series under my belt, I completely agree with that advice. Having a plan, at least a vestige of one, is better than making it up as you go when you're writing a fiction series. Otherwise, you'll have a whole lot of open loops and things that don't really matter, and that just gets annoying for the readers. Weisner also takes her readers through the series arc as well as the individual story arcs for each book in a series, and talks about the plants, which are essentially mysteries that series authors use to keep readers engaged and reading from book to book. Chapters detailed things like story arcs versus series arcs, standalones versus cliffhangers, single genre versus multiple genres, novel versus novella series, and probably the most crucial chapter, organization of a series. At the end of the book, Weisner talks a little bit about marketing a series and the importance of creating a brand with your series name, which is something I've been thinking a whole lot about lately. What were probably the most valuable features of the book were the series brainstorm worksheets, which you could replicate, and the very end of the book, where Weisner includes some appendices that detail the story arcs and series arcs of several different series in several different genres. I found it helpful to look at an actual book as an example. Some of them I hadn't read yet, but Weisner's breakdown of them was still incredibly helpful. I'll definitely be using Weisner's tips to continue planning for the rest of my Farendale series, and also for the many other series I have in the works right now. I found this book highly valuable to me, and I hope it is for you too. I hope you'll check out Writing the Fiction Series and continue learning all there is to learn about writing well and efficiently. Be sure to visit racheltolson.com to see some of my best writer resource recommendations, and pick up your own writer resources at thiswriterlife.com. If you have any writer resources that were valuable to you, leave them in the comments and I'll check them out. For more On My Shelf, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.